Right, guys, this is Angel, and I'm interviewing the big man of the festival, Mr. Clive. Hello.
Hi, how you doing? You alright?
I'm pretty good. Yourself? How do you think the festival went?
Well, I think everybody's incredibly happy.
Yeah.
The band, every single band to a person, said it was. They've done lots of festivals this year, and they're really happy. The fans are really happy. So that's the two most important elements: is the bands and the fans.
Cool.
So they're incredibly happy. So makes me happy.
What made you get involved with Bloodstock?
The persuasive charm of Mr. Paul Gregory. He gave me a few ideas, twisted my arm as politely as possible, gave me a bit of time to think about it, and before I could think about it, he told me that I'd agreed to him. So apparently that's why I'm here, because he volunteered me and I agreed.
Cool. How the hell are you going to top it next year? Because this year was phenomenal.
It certainly was. Next year is, well, it's cliche, but it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. We've got lots of plans, so I don't want to preempt them just in case they end up being slightly different. But the idea is we want to make it bigger, we want to make it better, whatever that's supposed to mean. More stages, possibly more days. The problem with expanding it sometimes means that you lose your identity, and the whole thing about Bloodstock really is it's very tribal. There's a big community, there's a big family here, and we don't want it to get to the level of other festivals where sometimes people say, well, I was there and you were there, but we didn't meet each other. We spend a whole week at some of these festivals and miss each other. So we want to make it as big as possible, because the bigger the structure is, the cheaper the actual per person ticket price can become. So we want it, because the infrastructure's here, so if you expand it slightly, that's cool, bring the prices down. But we've got to get a fine balance by making sure there's a lot of people here. The prices can be as inexpensive as possible. It's not about making money, it's about ensuring that, that the expenditure is met. That's the only thing. So it's just that fine balance. So more stages, more days, more partners, more industry partners. We're going to have some people out in the field, as they call it, representing Bloodstock, and just basically spread the load and spread the word, really.
Cool. Did you actually catch any bands? Because I've been watching you and you've been running around like a madman, so did you catch any bands?
I am embarrassed and humiliated to say that I caught 0 bands in the unsigned stage. Had to coordinate 24 bands in there, and I spoke to all the bands several times, several members, got to see a few of the sound checks. I was there when we had a slight technical hitch. I ran over there to make sure it was all okay, and by the time I got there it was solved, but it looked like I just walked in and magically it was great. It changed. I got to see a couple of bits at the lava stage, and I was actively involved with the main stage, not assisting stage managing, but pretending to assist, just so I could interfere, so I could eavesdrop and hang around. But I didn't see anybody's set in its entirety. I must have seen probably a total of about 35 minutes or trying to work it out. So 60 bands, 4 DJs, karaoke. I saw hardly anything. It was just being obsessively coordinating coordinators. So next year will be better, because I'll get to see some of the event. That's how it's going to be better. But for me personally.
Is there any particular band that hasn't played at Bloodstock that you would like to see?
We want every single band in the world to play Bloodstock. So
we're going to be here for a very long time then.
Yeah, so maybe within the next 40 or 50 years perfecting it. And what we're really trying to do is we want to try and uncover emerging music, unsigned music. We think that, well, the most important bands, apart from the bands of today, are the ones that haven't been formed yet. And we want to encourage the bands that haven't been formed to form bands, and the ones that have been formed, that there is a platform, there is an opportunity. So we really are championing, even though I can't speak properly, championing the unsigned bands in the emerging sector. So next year that's going to be a big thing. With all respects to bands that are just this sort of level, great. We want the bands at the top, because that brings the fans in, but predominantly we want to encourage the bands here. So it'll be fantastic for us that some of the unsigned bands this year will be headlining 2 years, 5 years, 10 years at our festival and other festivals in here and across Europe. So it's the future bands. That's the ones we want. We don't want to jump on the bandwagon, we have to, but we don't want to just concentrate on that. We want to concentrate on discovering Nightwish and I feel like Dragon Force and Death Stars. They all pretty much got their breaks at Bloodstock and other bands, but we want to discover every year another 2, 3, 4, 5 bands that break.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I think Bloodstock is a phenomenal festival, because it, like you said, it makes unknown bands be known, if you get me.
Yeah, that's our thing. There's a line that I use, which is corporate punishment, that an awful lot of the larger festivals, and God help them, I'd rather have them than not have them, but an awful lot of them just have this formulaic way of putting on their events, and I like attending them, but that's not the ones that I'd like to organise. We like to organise this, where it is by the fans, for the fans. And it is very fan driven. Those other ones they have their corporate partners. We would have industry partners. There's Marshalls, there's Ampegs, there's Mesa Bass that provided some of the bass amplification for us. Oh, would you believe it?
It's okay. He's a busy man.
I'll just get him to go away. Oh, Paul Gregory, who else? I've never done that before. Yeah, the idea is to have industry partners come on board, so when people see they can help finance the infrastructure of it, it's not just the usual ABC sort of suspects that throw money at stuff. It's actual proper metal and music partners who will be helping us out. So yeah, get those guys on board.
Brilliant. Well, I'll have to let you go because you are a very busy man.
And I've got my friends to phone up and try and impress you. That's all. It's got my mum telling me tea's ready.
Well, thank you for doing this interview, and hopefully I'll keep in touch with you and see you next year.
You certainly will, and thank you. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
You and Mick, and all the work you've done. It's been brilliant having you on board.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
If it wasn't for people like you, none of this would be here right now. Because if there's no demand, if there's no passion, there's no enthusiasm for this, then organisers are just self-appointed, self-important people.
Yeah.
So it's your energy, your enthusiasm, and you're welcome. So cheers, thanks a lot for coming along.
Thank you very much.
Nice one.
Angel Metal, the big dog Clive, keep it loud.
Cheers, nice one.
Thank you very much.
Give it a quick look.